If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Exactly.
Oh, we're being so cliche.
I know. No, but when it's hard, you start building a house.
Yeah.
Brick after brick, and then.
And it's sturdy because it was fucking forged with.
Yes, you aren't building with straw. You're not making it easy.
Yeah.
You're putting the heavy shit. You're using steel.
Yeah.
On your house,
yeah.
So there ain't nothing that's gonna break it down.
Yeah.
Ain't no wolf, big bad wolf.
Yeah,
come
dude,
blow it down.
Yes. Get out of my head.
So tonight's been a rough one.
Yeah.
Tonight's been
the hardest fucking podcast to make. Mm-hmm. For one, it's just like trying to find a new topic, something that relates to everybody.
And not only that, but like, what haven't we talked about?
Right.
That still keeps people interested.
Yeah.
Because we can't talk about the same thing multiple times.
Yeah.
We can bring it up, but we can't do it. We can only bring up being motivational so many times.
Yeah, it's like fuck. These guys are just fucking talking about the same shit. And then also it's like you want to be authentic and like talk about your own shit, not somebody else's, like Gary Vee or someone that you can't relate to.
Exactly. So what time you showed up at? Like around 9.
Yeah. We
started trying to think about things to talk about at around 9:45.
Mm-hmm.
Right now it is 11:30, 11:27, and we still don't really have how do you say that, an exact thing to talk about.
Yeah,
we have an idea of something to talk about.
Yeah, and it's funny because it stems from what we just went through.
Exactly.
And it's just the not having anything to talk about was like the motivation to talk now.
For sure.
We went in this whole roundabout situation of trying to find a way to talk about something. Mm-hmm. We went through about 45 minutes talking.
It's about an hour.
To you guys. Yeah, about an hour of just talking to you guys. Just bullshit.
Just random stuff that just came to our mind, like we usually talk about,
mm-hmm.
hoping that something would spark.
And
nothing did.
Nothing happened.
Nothing sparked.
So then we resorted to something that we learned about.
And we've talked about doing it before.
Yeah.
But not before podcast. Excuse me. But before podcast.
Yeah.
We've never talked about doing that.
So we did cocaine. No, just kidding. No, so we meditated.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, at least for me, a really liberating experience. Because, like, we were stressing out the whole time trying to think of something to talk about.
Stressing out so much that we couldn't even think clearly. Like, mm-hmm. I know for me, my mind was, like they say, cloudy. There was nothing but, what are we going to talk about? And that's the only thing that was on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't think of anything else.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah,
and that didn't help.
And everyone goes through that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how you said that because, like, there's more to it if you fixate on that problem. There's way more to it than that. And I think distancing yourself from that problem really helps out. So being able to meditate through that, and it was only 5 minutes. It was really cool. I kind of wish it was longer.
Me too.
But, those 5 minutes really helped clear the mind. And then now we're in this point where, like, all right, the issue is you got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you're not in that right, like, mind space. So you got to take a couple steps back and, like, reevaluate yourself and just stop fixating on, like, the problem. And I think a lot of people, they want to drive at the problem until it gets fixed,
Yeah. And we were thinking maybe we drink more alcohol. We didn't drink a lot. We didn't drink a lot of alcohol. It's not going to be one of those episodes. But clearing our mind. Maybe if we drink another one of those, we'll be able to clear our mind and just think of something.
Yeah.
It didn't help.
Not at all.
Didn't help at all.
Not at all.
If
Absolutely
anything,
not.
it clouded it even.
It made it worse.
More.
It made it worse.
Um,
Which is a good analogy to like your problems.
yeah.
Like if you have bills to pay or like shit to do, and you're over there at the bar every weekend or every other day,
It's not gonna help your
it's
problems.
not gonna help.
It's not. Gonna
It's
help
so
your problems.
it's so crazy how like that kind of like just kind of
Tied
goes in
into each
line,
other.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, seriously. This is gonna be a different podcast, I feel, than
Yeah.
the rest.
Yeah.
Because we still don't have a subject, I guess.
Well,
I mean, we do, but
yeah, and I
it's-
think this goes along with like
it's not something we've heard. I think that's why it's gonna be different. It's not something that we've heard someone else talking about.
you know what, and that's right because when you ask people like what they did to get past a certain point, they don't talk about like the process that it took. They just talk about point A and point B.
Yeah.
So like at one point I was stressing, and the next point I just kind of found myself at this point.
Exactly.
And I think it goes back to that, like you find your way, but you kind of distance yourself, or you gotta
Yeah.
you
Well,
gotta-
like all the stuff that we've talked about in the past podcast too, like it was always something that we heard Ed Milet talk about, or Joe Rogan, or whoever. Like, excuse me, we just went through this,
Mhm.
not knowing what the fuck to talk about.
Yeah,
Now we have our own subject
yeah,
to talk about.
yeah.
We're not going to be able to. I mean, we might be able to pull something out of a hat and be like, "Oh, Ed Milet said this," or whatever
yeah.
the fucking case. But at the same time, like, this is our
It was a good experience.
definitely.
I'm really
and it
gl-
was ours.
Yeah,
It wasn't something
know.
that we witnessed through someone else.
Yeah.
We went through this.
mm-hmm. It was a fucking tough one, dude. Like it was so
Definitely.
fucking
If
ridiculous.
you guys go look at the story on the Instagram, I'm laying on the floor because I was literally stressing out so much because I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, I was staring at myself in the fucking mirror
Yeah,
because
he
I was
was.
like looking deep into my soul, trying to like, come on, dude, you gotta think of something.
And usually we do. Usually have something like either planned the day before, a few hours before, 2 days before. But this time, like,
Yeah.
I didn't. And I honestly, I was listening to music, podcasts, everything to just to spark something that I would want to talk about on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
This whole week, I didn't hear anything.
Right.
So maybe this is a good thing. Maybe because it's something new. It's something new for us for other people to relate. Because it doesn't just go with not knowing what to talk about. It's going with not knowing the next workout, not knowing the next your next move.
Exactly. That's
And
what I
then
was
you're
gonna
like,
say.
well,
What
I don't
to
know
do.
what to do next, so I'm just gonna
Quit. Yeah.
And that's it. And then you're done.
Some. Yeah. Fuck. I was gonna say something. I completely spaced.
Sorry.
But no. It just goes along with that because like. It's. Well, you're there already. You. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, I didn't hear anything either. And I have a specific topic that I wanted to talk about, but I relied on my skills of like talking and like thinking on the fly. So I relied on those skills, believing that it would work.
Yeah.
But then when it came down to it, it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it goes back to like stressing out about it, overcompensating for your own like skill set. Like you're not as good as you think you are, right?
Yeah.
And also like sometimes the problem at hand is bigger than the tools that you have at the moment.
Yeah.
So then it just goes back to like stepping away from the problem, getting the bigger picture, getting outside of that box, you know. And I think that's what we did. We were able to, you know, say, fucking, I know what the problem is. We don't have fucking anything. Relax. You'll find your way. You just got to keep pushing forward.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to keep going, but go a different way.
And sometimes you got to stop and look at the path.
Yeah,
that you're walking towards.
I like the. Sometimes Gary Vee talks about taking a few steps back before he can move forward,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, like, this is one of the first times I've experienced it. Like in the moment, of course, there's other things that you could do, like career-wise or whatever, to take
Yeah.
a few steps back and then push forward, you know? And yeah, it was pretty tight.
It was definitely a great experience.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, definitely a great experience, because like that just goes to show for life. Like when you're stressing out about something and it's not going your way and you don't know how to do it, just I know it's gonna help me out. Yeah, just relax and just don't think so heavily. Like, I'm gonna sound cliche, but look outside the box.
Yeah, and there's a
It's
reason
just
why
right
people
there.
say that.
It's right outside the box.
Yeah.
Like literally. Just look at it,
You're just
calm
like,
down,
oh,
just kind of glance.
that's
Even if you want to stay in the box, just kind of glance out.
Yeah,
and it'll be right there, because everything in the box is
it's
so jumbled up,
yeah,
and
exactly.
it's everywhere.
Yeah,
And everything outside the box that you really haven't thought about, you just got to take time to think about it and clear your mind of the shit that's inside the box that's you've already seen and you've already talked about and you've already done.
Yeah.
Look outside and just kind of take it slow, and you'll find it. You'll fucking, like we did just now.
Yeah. Besides this point, looking back now in your life, do you feel like you've ever done that, looking outside the box of your problem? Like, say you're in a tight situation for cash, or like or like your homework, I don't know, something like back then where like you had to like get out of your zone and be like, all right, this isn't working, what I'm doing. I know it's there, the problem is going to go away. Let me step back for a bit, and then I'll find a way around it, or find a way to get through it differently.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I have. I don't have any that are coming to mind right now. Have you?
I'm thinking, and I feel like it goes to like work. And I feel a lot of people relate to work. They hate, and work and bills.
Oh, okay.
So like,
yeah.
So one of my problems.
Let me get my jacket, because I'm getting a little cold.
Yeah, it's a little chilly. So one of my problems in school was having to pay for school, and like paying for school was rough. And I only had like a set amount of cash, and like I believed that to be set, like my bills, right?
Yeah.
But then I know this is stupid, but like it's not stupid practically, but if you I felt so pressed to work 2 jobs and work as hard as I could possibly, and then not have enough time for school and like homework and things like that. It would just make things like more difficult. So at one point, I think I told myself, all right, you gotta step away from the other job, and instead look at your expenses. How many times are you going out a week? How many times, or how many things are you spending on that you don't need to spend on, like going out to eat, or buying unnecessary clothes, or
Yeah.
or gadgets. My thing was like video games. I would like buy a lot of video games.
Mine's
like,
food.
Yeah, food. No, absolutely food, and the food gets away from you.
Yeah.
Because it's there now, and then in like a week, and you have no money, but you have no food either.
Yeah.
So like, I took that approach, and people can relate to that. I know they can, because they found themselves in a tight spot for cash. And the first thing they cut out is going out to eat. Guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, with the going out to eat, you go and you're like, okay, well, this is only going to cost me $5 for the fucking... Just for whatever. It's $5 today. Yeah. And then tomorrow you're like, oh, it only cost me $5. I'm going to go back. So then you go out 6 days a week, 5 days a week at work for that only $5 meal for lunch. But at the end of the work week, or the pay period, that $5 a week, $5 a day for 2 weeks straight,
$50.
Yeah, that shit adds the fuck up.
Yeah, and how much is a fucking phone payment? $100 a month, and you spent $50 in a work period. That's $100 a month.
Yeah.
That coffee that you get at Starbucks, right? It's like $3, $4, $5.
This shit.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. I think, looking back, I mean, it might not be the same, but for me, it kind of is like the same type of shit when I'm fishing. You know, I have my favorite lure, and I'm fishing and bass fishing. It's not hitting. Nothing's. Why the fuck isn't it hitting? Why isn't that? I always catch fish on this.
Yeah.
It's cloudy. Everything's good. Prime fishing. Throw it a couple more times. Nothing's hitting. Okay, well, let's see. Are they already used to this lure? I've already caught a couple of bass on this. Let me step back. Let me try something new. Never done this before. Never used this lure before. But it's new. Let me just try it. Throw it in. Nothing. Throw it in again. Got one. You know what I mean? It's just stepping back and trying something that you've never tried before. And I mean, it goes with hunting, fishing, work, sports, everything.
Homework,
everything. I mean, just it's that trying something new and something that you haven't tried before. It's been there, and you know it's there.
Yeah, it's been there the whole time, right in front of your eyes.
And you
been
know
outside of the box.
You don't want to use it. I mean, this wasn't there. I mean, it was.
Yeah.
But
we didn't try.
It was there tonight because we couldn't think of what to talk about, and it was there. And then it finally took us to be like, or you, to be like, we need to talk about not being able to talk about anything. Like, that's new.
Right.
We've never talked about being speechless and not being able to go to the next step.
Yeah.
We've never talked about that. So it takes that time of not being able to do it to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that makes sense at all.
No, yeah. It makes sense to me. Like, we lived it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And for people that don't have podcasts, like I just said, it's an everyday thing. It's for goals that you want to reach. You're not going to be able to... It's not going to be easy every single second of every single day.
Yeah.
You're going to get to that point to where... And I not once did I think we were going to stop because... today we can't think of anything, so let's just call it quits. I didn't think about that. But there's going to be times where we're going to have that.
Yeah.
Episode 50, 100, or whatever.
Dude, honestly, today was a good first taste of, like, how bad it can get.
Yeah.
And I can feel like it can and it will get worse. And I'm glad we fucking kept going because the tenacity and the push to keep going got us to this point right now, 20 minutes in. But who's to say in the future where we need to take a little step further back and be like, all right, guys, we can't do a podcast today. We got a podcast tomorrow.
I don't ever want that.
See, I don't want that either. So then that way we need to find new routes, new paths, new. Keep pushing in a different way.
Yeah.
It's that. Keep pushing it in a different way.
Yeah. I guess that goes back to everything we've said is we, how do we word it? Fuck, I can't even think of how we worded it. Just because no, we've never worded it that way. I can't think of how we were. I'll think about it.
Okay.
But it's just, it's that just because one thing's not working doesn't mean another thing isn't going to.
Yeah.
Like,
I get it. Yeah. And it goes to like your goals too. If you're hard pressed on like getting to a certain point, like, let's use personal examples. I don't even want to use your guys' as examples, but like, say for me and I want to direct and write movies and, be in that kind of business and make it to Hollywood. If right now the path that I'm taking isn't working and I'm just sitting at home writing scripts and talking to producers that I have met or like whatever, sending emails and like that's not working, that doesn't mean I stop doing that. That means I go find a different way. And I think for me, it would probably go move out to somewhere more allocated for producers, like go out to California and like talk to producers there and like get in the zone, get in the area, meet new people, and don't stop what I'm doing, just do it differently,
Exactly.
Another way is like there's like a Craigslist. They hire just people to write a script for you, but you have to have like a backing for it.
Yeah.
And you build your portfolio by actually doing it in the first place. So I must have some experience doing it. So that's why you don't stop. You keep going because that built you up to that point where you're like, all right, running scripts at home isn't working. So let me go on Craigslist. Oh shit, they're hiring. And they asked me for, I seen it because I looked at it, but they asked for like, not a portfolio. They ask you what your projects are, or like a example.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is, but it's an example for like
What
your work.
Oh, okay. What you've done. So
Yeah.
pretty much a portfolio.
Yeah. And then they're like, oh, okay, you're hired. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll pay you X amount for a script for this story that we want. You know, you just get the ball rolling. And I think we're so set on our ways because we think it's going to work.
Because we've been doing that.
Yeah, and you're stuck in the box.
Yeah. So I think it's a lot of, well, I've been doing this for forever. I've been doing this for a long time. How come it's not working now?
Mm-hmm.
It's because you've been doing it for so long. And there's always that thing where like, do it, and you'll get there.
Yeah.
But you can't do this. I don't want to contradict what we've said before.
And I don't think you are.
You have to continue to do it, but do it different ways.
Yeah.
Because you always have to be original.
Yeah.
You have to be different, original.
Yeah.
So, and that's what will get you noticed and get you in different paths. Because if you follow that straight line of doing the same thing, you're going to go and you're going to hit a wall.
Yep.
If you do something different, you'll avoid that wall a little farther, hit another wall, do something different, and eventually that'll get you somewhere. You're doing the same thing, you're just kind of throwing a little remix on it.
And the point is, it's not even, it's moving forward. You got to keep moving forward.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you got to take a few steps to the side. You're still moving.
Yes.
You gotta do something.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I don't know if it's pride or fear.
Comfortability.
Even that, yeah. You're just so set on your ways, and you feel like it's gonna go somewhere, and then it doesn't. But you're like, this is what I know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
A lot of like, out with the old, in with the new saying. It is because of that. It's because if you're stuck with the old, you're just gonna keep doing the same thing. And then you hit that wall.
Yeah.
You know?
And who goes to say that it's, if you continue to do the same thing, it'll get old to yourself because you've been doing it for so long and it's just the same old thing, and you're like, well, getting kind of tired of this because nothing's ever changing. And then you are your own wall.
Yeah.
And then you stop yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So mix it up to where it's good for you.
Yeah.
Because someone's going to like it.
Yeah.
Someone's going to like it, and then they're going to be like, all right, I'm with it.
Humans are so weird, man. Like we're adaptable, but at the same time, we're not.
Yeah.
Like, we're so stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, we're stuck in our ways, and shit, I know old dudes that are just, there ain't no change in their mind. They're stuck in their ways, but they're doing the same shit that they've been doing since they were 25.
Yep.
Just because they don't want to change.
Yeah. And I think that's like the way to do it.
And I'm not saying it's not, like, if they like it.
But it's always like
do
finding the better way to do things.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that saying is like, work smarter, not harder. I think that's what they mean. It's like, it's not finding the shortcut. It's finding the new. I don't want to keep
better.
I don't want to keep repeating myself, but that's that's essentially like kind of the phrasing to it. I mean, it's just, you got to try things out. I mean,
definitely. And if it doesn't work, then find a different path. Go back to what you're doing. If it was going right and you just decided to do something new and that didn't work, go back to what you're doing until you don't feel like it's right, and try something new. If that doesn't work, go back. You just continue on the roads.
Yeah.
And if you have to turn around and go on the same road that you're on, as long as it gets you there, like you said, as long as it continue, as long as you continue moving forward.
Keep your feet under you. Keep moving.
Yes.
That's the saying. In football, that was the saying. It's like, don't stop pumping your feet, because that's when you get laid on your ass.
Yeah.
And it always worked. Doesn't matter how big the guy was, he was gonna stop moving his feet at one point.
Yeah.
You're gonna take him out.
So I wanted to ask you earlier, and I wrote it down so I don't forget.
Oh, good.
I didn't forget.
Okay,
but,
good.
It's something that we've talked about before. Have you finished, or let's see, how do I word it? Your goal list. Have you completed anything, or have you taken any new steps to finishing any of?
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a few.
Yeah.
For the 2-year goal list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
2-year lifetime.
yeah. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
So if you guys go back to episode 2 or 3, we wrote out a bunch of goals that we were gonna do for the year. We got the idea from Ed Milet's podcast, I believe.
The goals?
Yeah.
No, it was that seminar.
Oh, it was a seminar. Yeah.
And my brother sent me. I believe
okay.
it was. I don't know, 2 or 3.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure which one.
So, anyways,
but
so we got it from that seminar. The link's in the description of one of those episodes.
it was 3.
It was 3.
It was 3.
So go back to 3, listen to that, look at the link, listen to that seminar, probably before our talk.
Yeah.
And so we set out the goals, and the goals that I have completed is 1, donate to a cause.
Okay.
And I was super excited about that one because it was actually a personal cause, not like my personal, but personal to a friend. It was for the month of November. It's pulmonary hypertension.
Oh yeah. I still need to do that.
Yeah, I need you to do it.
Yeah, I will. I promise.
We should have done it here. So for pulmonary hypertension, the one of my friends, she has a sister who has it, and the problem is with her respiratory, she can't breathe. So it's like as if she was breathing through a straw the whole time. You know, she has a hard time with that. So the cause was, you put up a video of you doing the challenge, of the straw challenge. You breathe in through a straw, you hold your nose, and you breathe in through a straw for a minute. And that kind of simulates what they go through on a normal day basis. And if you don't do it within 24 hours, you got to donate. So I did it with my buddy Chris, and we did it on the stairs. You don't have to do it on the stairs, but it's still like, you know, it's good to show like what they go through. So then we did it, put it up on my Facebook, and on her link, it showed donate to pulmonary hypertension. So I clicked on the link and I donated, and it felt good. Like I felt like I was giving back, and like it gave me a sense of, in the future, what I can do, becoming successful. It's like I'll be able to do that more often. I'll be able to give to a cause that I care for, and like the other people care for, and it'll be like a good thing. So that was one of them. Super excited about that. And then another one is that I'm working towards is learning to invest.
Okay.
So that way I know in the future, like, how to stay successful, or, you know, like find a different method to becoming monetarily successful, like money, you know. Yeah. So I told you that I was looking up how to invest in gold. Yeah. Which I found out was kind of a dead end. You guys could look it up yourself. So that's one I'm kind of like looking into. What's another one? For my personal health, I wanted to go to the dentist 2 times a year and go to the doctor once a year. And I've been taking really good care of my teeth. And I think I'm ready for my next dentist appointment come the new year.
Hell yeah.
So I'm excited about that. I won't bleed all over the place like I, you know. So yeah, I think for now. Oh, and then just in the gym, I'm gonna get 315. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Good, cool.
Yeah. So, what about yourself?
Not a lot, not a whole lot.
Hey, the
Should've been
2019 hasn't started yet, so
definitely not. But I feel like I should have started a lot more.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I go fishing all the time to get that prized bass.
Yeah,
but,
that's his number one. That's his number one.
That's my biggest thing. I think I talked about this last podcast. On my 2-year goal, I put on my 100 goals, but before I die. But I meant to put on my 2 years. Playing a basketball team for college.
Yeah.
I cut out all cokes. I think I'm almost 3 months clean now.
There you go.
Of coke. I'm still drinking alcohol.
No,
no, not cocaine. Not cocaine.
No, he's still doing that. No, I'm kidding.
Coca-Cola, I'm clean from coffee. The only thing with caffeine that I do drink is tea, which isn't a whole lot, but
yeah,
that's the only thing with caffeine that I do drink. I would like to say I drink a little bit more than half a gallon of water a day, just to be hydrated. Because I haven't started running and working out like that, because I know if I do right now, I'd pass the fuck out.
Well then, okay, I'm gonna stop you right there.
What?
Because I got this good book. It's called, I actually have it right now. Now I can show you guys. It's called Do the Work. Okay, where's the camera at? Right there. Boom. So it's called Do the Work. It's by Stephen Pressfield.
We're not sponsored by them.
We're not.
At all.
So no, Stephen Pressfield wrote The War of Art and Turning Pro, and I was talking to Tyler about this book and how it helps people like us kind of like reach their goals that seem like unattainable. Mm-hmm. But they only seem unattainable because of this thing that he calls the resistance, and it lives within us.
That was my favorite thing about that book.
Yeah, and he only read a little bit of it, which was really cool because now he's like into it. He's like he wants to read the first 2 books. But anyways, so that's the last book, and he read about the resistance, how it kind of like lives within us, and one of the factors that deals with that, beating the resistance, is being not stupid, but foolish.
Oh,
so being
stupid. Yeah. Being stupid. Stay stupid.
Stay stupid is how he says it. It's just it's a catchy way of saying it. But essentially it's like being foolish enough to not plan out everything. And we have such a hard time with that because as humans we want to plan everything out. Kind of like trying to plan the podcast out of what to talk about.
That was the main thing I was thinking about is stay stupid. Mm-hmm. Don't overthink it. Just let it come to you.
Yeah.
You're good. Whatever simple thing to talk about, just talk about it. It's all good. I couldn't think of anything, but that was what I stuck to.
Yeah. And if we would have kept thinking about it, it would have just drove us crazy. And
Definitely.
I think we would still be here trying to, and we just cut it.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so going back to your basketball thing, just do it.
Yeah. Definitely.
It's like a Nike.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Like, what's his name? Just do it.
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf.
I think that
he's actually behind the green screen too.
It says, it says about the resistance is addictive. How does it say it? The things you're addicted to. And I'm not saying I'm addicted to alcohol. I'm not saying I'm addicted to anything like that. I'm not addicted to it. I can stop whenever. It's just
that's what addicts say.
I love to do it. Yeah, I just love it. I love it. God, not love it. It's fun.
Yeah,
I'm a social drinker. So when all my friends are drinking, I like to drink. You know what I mean? It just brings out a different side of me. But also it says to, how does it say it? Look for the things that give you happiness for a long time growth.
Yes.
And I added not a short term happiness.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what's going to be better? Me driving for playing basketball for college, or me getting drunk and being happy for the night. And then the next day I feel like shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not, there's no, you can't.
There's not a result in the end.
There's not, and you can't put them side by side because one is gonna be better than the other.
Now.
If you put them side by side, the thing you're driving for is gonna be a hell of a lot better than the time that you only spent 3 hours drunk and happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be rough, but
it's gonna be worth it.
I guarantee I'll be a lot happier doing what I love to do, or the process of being able to do what I love to do, than drinking and being drunk for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that's right now is my biggest goal, is to play basketball. So I think that's what I'm focusing on the most.
Mm. And the cool thing about this is that you don't have to put everything to the side.
No, definitely not. Yeah, no.
And that's why I really like Andy Frisella's power list, because you have 5 things to work for, and if you work for those 5 things every day, you'll get somewhere by the end of the year.
Yeah. See what he just bought me a planner for this year, fucker, so I don't slack off.
Yeah, holding each other accountable for these kind of things.
And as soon as you're talking about it, the first thing I thought of was, I need 3 things for basketball every day, every single day.
Yeah.
And you told me not to do it on the weekends because you don't want me to burn myself out, but I have to. I get something that even if I put 2 things on the weekends for basketball.
No, that's fine. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like
it's your list.
I know I have to do it.
It's your list. Yeah, absolutely.
I know I have to. Even if it's something simple like dribble back and forth down the road. Nothing that is going to be crazy or burn me out.
Yeah, no, and that's because that's your passion, that's your dream. I'm not saying take the Saturday and Sunday and just fucking sit on your ass.
Yeah, for sure.
No. If because it's your dream, it's your goal.
Shit.
You're gonna go out and you're gonna do it because you're like the Michael Jordan in your own mind. You want to do this kind of stuff, and
even
you feel like you need it.
Even if it's like my rest days, but I go play a pickup game.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it, just for fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's that one thing I do for the basketball. But I was thinking the rest of, like, on the weekdays, have 3 things for basketball and maybe like 1 meditation on that day and then 1 something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not 5 basketball things and then Tuesday we do meditation, fishing, blah, blah, like.
Yeah.
Mix it up every day. Because I think if I do that, if I do 5 things for 1 thing this day, 5 things for 1 thing that day, that's when I'll get burnt out. Because I'm like, oh, fuck, I've already done enough for this shit. I did that on Wednesday. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I have
That doesn't work for everyone, though.
And it doesn't work for everything either.
My mind, I have to have something different all the time.
Yeah, and so, for the big goals, this is your own fucking list. You can do whatever the hell you want with it.
Okay. God, yeah, I breathed in. Okay, better.
Breathe. So the big, I like I said, it's your own fucking list. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But for me, what works is the biggest goal that I have is that of making it to Hollywood and making movies that create impact.
For sure.
And in order to start that, I use Steven Pressfield's rule of doing it every day, regardless of whether or not you want to do it.
For sure. I see that.
So then the writing aspect has to be there. He talks about writing 1 sentence every day.
Okay.
Actually, I don't even know if it's him. It might have been a YouTube video that I watched from a director. But they say write 1 sentence every day, because even if it's just 1 sentence, you're 1 sentence ahead of where you would have been if you didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that 1 sentence can lead to a paragraph or a page.
So you don't have to stop at the sentence.
Yeah, you don't have to stop at the sentence. So going along with your basketball goal, you just write in your book, my fucking goal is to make 20 free throws. You make those 20 free throws, then it leads to 50, then it leads to your layups, then it leads to something else.
Yeah.
But you do that every day. Every day is your 20 free throws.
As long as you finish your 20 free throws.
As long as you finish, yeah. And then you make it to the weekend, you're like, I'm still going to do my 20 free throws, because it's my personal goal to do that. That's my dream. It's my passion. I got to do it.
Yeah.
Podcast, have to put out, our personal goal is to put out a podcast every week.
Yeah.
Preferably on Wednesday or Thursday, because we do these on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because we want to stay consistent.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So
we had to do it.
We have to do it.
We had to do it.
Even if it was an hour long of talking bullshit.
Yeah.
We reached a point where we're like, all right, let's fucking start talking.
But now we also have another post to put on our social media.
Yeah.
Just to have different shit on there. So it's not a bad thing to. I mean, we didn't say it was a bad thing, but for us right now, what happened today, it wasn't a bad thing that we didn't have something to talk about.
Yeah, I know.
Because one, we got
it was a
pretty good shit.
It was a necessary pain.
Definitely. We got a pretty good podcast out of it. Talked about, having to take this step back, but also we got other shit from it too. Social media stuff. I guess this is social media, type of social media too, but like Instagram posts.
Yeah.
From the shit that isn't on our podcast. Just to show people that we're only 9 episodes deep. So obviously people are like, oh, well, that's why they're struggling.
They suck.
Yeah. But like to show people that aren't doing anything, but are in the process of trying to do shit. As far as we're doing it too, like they're toe and toe with us. That we struggle also.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we're going to, no matter what. And it's just going to get harder and harder to do it. So, I think we've said this multiple times tonight, but we needed this. We definitely needed the not knowing what the fuck we were going to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Because life is like that.
Yeah, and now we know how to go off of it. Next time we don't know how to talk about it. Just step back, meditate, and
take the proper steps in
yes.
reaching that goal.
Yeah, definitely. I've said this multiple times, I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Because it's not even just like about the podcast. Mm-hmm. Like, if it was even just one person watching this, which is you or me, we're learning from this.
For sure.
Not just like talking to people or whatever. It's like real life shit. Like, we're applying this to like our goals in our life and the things that we want to do, how we talk to people. You know? And it's like that night that we had a bonfire, Clovis was here. Mm-hmm. It was a down to earth talk about like how life is going to treat you based off of what you do and how you take what it gives, you know? And that was a really like deep thought. It was an illogical thinking process because we're going outside of the norm. We're telling a 14-year-old kid to say, fuck what people have to say. You want to do this, take the proper steps to do it.
Yeah. And
here they are, you know.
Yeah. You know my favorite part about this is?
What's that?
You say something, right? And, you know, or I say something, you have a comeback. When you say something, I obviously have a comeback. Like, just that's how it works.
Yeah, it's
you know
conversation.
What I mean? But a lot of the times, like, because none of this is talked about before our podcast. It's not scripted.
I mean, fuck, if it was, we'd be done by now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be in bed.
Yeah. It opens my mind. Like, you say something, and I've said it multiple times on multiple podcasts, I'm like, fuck, I've never thought about that before.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, just sitting here, not even being a listener, sitting here talking to you, like, it broadens my mind thought, and it makes me want to work harder than what I do.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, just what we talk, even some things that I have a comeback to, I'm like, you didn't believe that a few minutes ago until he said that.
Yeah.
Now you said that. Now you have to live that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it. Let's get with it.
Yeah, you know and I agree 100% with that. And I'm gonna add the accountability aspect of it, because not only are we just saying it to each other now, but now we have to act on what we just said.
Yeah.
It's not just bullshit because
watching.
Well, not even that. I'm watching you and you're watching me. Like we're holding ourselves accountable for each other.
For sure.
And I think that's a great part of this relationship and this dynamic is that, like we said earlier, both go-getters, and we both have big dreams.
Yeah.
And you're just surrounding yourself with those kind of like people that make you want to work harder because you said you're going to work harder.
Yeah.
You know, you have that in you now. It's like, fuck, I got to do this shit.
Yeah.
Whether it hurts or not.
Yeah.
Especially when it hurts.
Yeah, especially when it hurts. Those are the prime times. Because you learn a lot from...
That's when you're built.
Yeah.
You're forged with the fire.
Yeah, exactly. And that's your foundation. Because it's all easy when it's easy. You know what I mean? I wish it was easy. All the time. But we would have nothing to stand on.
Yeah. If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Exactly.
Oh, we're being so cliche.
I know. I know. But when it's hard, you start building a house.
Yeah.
Brick after brick. And
it's sturdy because it was fucking forged with
Yes. You aren't building with straw. You're not making it easy.
Yeah.
You're putting the heavy shit, you're using steel on your house. Yeah. So there ain't nothing that's gonna break it down. Yeah. Ain't no big bad wolf.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say, yes. Get out of my head.
But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Bad times are perfect times.
Yeah.
Bad times are needed. Cliche again. You can't enjoy a sunny day without a little bit of rain.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You need some storms.
Mm-hmm. This is a good one to watch when you're having one of those. Andy Frisella calls them a test day.
Okay.
Because it's what tests your fortitude. It's
yeah.
What, hard days.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you could do shit when it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
You could pick up a book whenever it's nice outside. Whenever you're feeling it.
Yeah.
You could talk. You could have a conversation with someone when you're feeling it. Those hard talks, like building yourself. Whenever you feel good and motivated to actually change. But in those days that you don't want to change, or you don't want to do anything for yourself. Those days that you don't want to go to the gym. Those days that you don't feel like going to work.
I'll just call in.
Those days that you have that relationship with somebody and you don't want to be with them anymore because they're on your nerves. I love it.
Oh, that was my speaker. Sorry.
I was like,
what the fuck was that?
Aliens are coming for us. We're too smart for this humanity. No, yeah, so.
Aliens in the background.
Yeah. I put a little green guy.
We're gonna have to screenshot our faces because both of us are all.
I but yeah, back to what I was saying. So whenever you have those like moments of like, that's whenever you should go all in again. It's like, talk to your spouse or partner. It's like, those are the moments that define who you are. It's tough. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, relationship with work, relationship with your relationship with everything. Like, it's always
your health,
and you're always gonna be tested.
Yeah,
it's not always gonna be 100% perfect.
Absolutely not.
Never ever is it gonna do that. Life sucks. So life is never gonna be like, just give this guy an easy path. You know what I mean? You're gonna be tested, and you're gonna have to fight through it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you quit, I mean, like, cliche again, if you quit this team, you're gonna be a quitter for the rest of your life. Just because it got hard today, if you quit, you're gonna quit for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't quit.
You're gonna make a habit out of quitting.
Yep. Don't quit.
I'm gonna go back to what you said earlier about not having any podcasts that kind of like did anything for you for this week. It's funny because I didn't feel like it either, but actually today I listened to David Goggins, I don't know how you say his last name, but he's that Navy SEAL that lost 200 pounds, and he fucking did like a tour, he did like a decathlon, and like, he's a animal, a freak of nature. This guy has such hard work ethic, like he's insane, like he loves pain and he works hard for everything he has. So he talks about how when he was younger and growing up, it like, people thought he was stupid, so they put him in remedial classes instead of pushing him harder. And life just kind of builds up like that. And it's like you go to what you're expected to do. You never go past that because it's what people put in front of you.
Yeah.
So whenever he saw the Navy SEAL ad or whatever, that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to push himself. And whenever he was in, I guess he did Hell Week 3 times because he broke his bones both times that he was in the Hell Week. And the last one, they're like, we're not making it easy for you. This is your last time. So what he did, he just duct taped his ankles together. Well, not together. He
Jesus Christ.
He duct
He's
taped,
an animal.
right? He's insane. So he duct taped his ankles. That way they wouldn't
His
break.
ankles? Or his wrists?
No, down there.
Oh, okay.
I'm showing the joint.
Oh.
So that way his shins wouldn't break.
Damn.
Yeah. So he pushed himself to the limit, past the expectation, and loved the fact that it was hard. Because that's what created him who he is now. And, like, that is insane. I'm gonna definitely put the link for that one. Because that man is insane.
Yeah. I was just thinking about it, too. And I heard one thing. I don't know. I honestly don't remember who was talking about it. But how it says, stay stupid. How we were talking about that.
Right.
There's this guy that was, he was a farmer. I believe he was a farmer. And he wanted to run one of those marathons that is like 130 miles or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, dude, you can't. Have you been training for this? He's like, no, but I'm on my feet. I stay up all hours of the night. I think I can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he shows up in like boots or whatever, and just
Overalls.
regular clothes. Yeah. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Everyone's in their sports shoes and everything like that.
So they took off running, and no one told him that, you run 10 miles or whatever, or a few hours until night, you sleep for an hour, wake up, run until nighttime, you sleep for an hour, run. No one told him that, so he just ran straight through.
Yeah, he power walked through it.
Did he power walk through
Yeah,
it?
because I heard the story too.
Okay.
I think we heard it together. Or
How's that work?
Yeah, no, it was from the fucking episode 3 link, the seminar that we heard. It was that seminar. It was in that seminar.
Are you sure?
That's why we both heard it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then he ended up beating the record by like 5 hours or something.
Yeah, because
he was ignorant.
Because he kept moving.
But he didn't
stayed
overthink
ignorant.
it.
Exactly. He just
he
did it.
didn't know.
Exactly.
So he just did what he could do.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So if you do what you could do instead of thinking, this is where people stop, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.
Instead of going when you can quit, when you have to quit. When you have to quit. Not when everyone else does.
Mm-hmm.
Stay stupid to where you don't know
your limits.
Everyone else is limits.
Oh, yeah.
You know your limits.
Not even that. You didn't even know your limits.
Yeah.
That guy didn't know when he was going to stop. He just kept going.
Yeah, that's true.
He stayed stupid.
He beat the record by hours. Because he didn't sleep. And then there's that lady that did that. She ran it. And she was with her running partner or whatever, and she set a timer. And she was like, wake me up in 1 minute. And her partner's like, all right. So she fell asleep, and she said it was the best minute she's ever slept in her life. And she woke up because she thought that her partner had let her oversleep. And he's like, no, you only slept a minute.
Yeah.
And she's like, right, well, let's go. Let's continue to go. And she only slept, everyone else is sleeping an hour or 2 hours or whatever. She only slept for 1 minute. And she ended up breaking that record for whatever she was running because she just kept going.
Yeah.
I don't know how to word it, but she just fucking kept going.
Dude, it's an anomaly, it's a mystery, and it's a truth. I mean, that's why everyone says it.
Yeah, we're totally off of what we started with.
No, not even. It's not, because it goes back to how we even began. It's the fact that we had nowhere to go. We just took a few steps back, but we kept going.
We rested for a few minutes.
And just... Exactly, dude. That's it, man. Like, that's... I don't know what else there is left to say. I mean, it's example after example, and it's just, by the end of it, what you need to take from this is you just keep doing it.
Yeah. no matter how hard, no matter the obstacles that show up, jump over them, go under them,
Around,
go around
through,
them.
fuck it.
Just continue to do it.
Keep those feet moving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fuck, dude. I want to get like this. It makes me so excited because I want to get to where people are like, comment like, bro, I had an obstacle and I listened to this podcast and I figured it out.
Yeah.
Now I'm on my way. I'm still going.
Yeah.
This was my obstacle. Some blah 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 happened to me.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. Continue to go.
Yeah.
If you need some help, fucking shoot us a text or an email or comment something. You know what I mean?
Right there.
Yeah. I can't wait for that.
I know. I'm excited too for that.
So whoever's listening, if you guys, like, honestly, if you guys hit an obstacle and you found your way through it, or not even if we helped, if you just found an obstacle and you found, or an obstacle hit you and you found your way around it or through it or however the fuck, comment below. Let us know how you got through it. It might be what we talk about next, or whatever. It might be on the next podcast. Just comment below so we know everyone else is going through the same shit we're going through. Because I know people do, but it's good to hear that we're not the only ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, man. Fucking glad we fucking went through this.
Me too.
It was a good process. It was a good like hero's journey.
Yeah,
you know.
definitely.
But yeah, guys, thanks for fucking sticking around and listening, and hopefully this helps. Like and subscribe as always.
For sure.
We have an Instagram. I'm gonna put right there.
Yeah.
Logical Thoughts Podcast.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we have Facebooks too, but
I have a Facebook page too. I just haven't put anything on.
oh, there you
Excuse
go.
me,
We're gonna start
Thoughts.
putting Facebook
Yeah.
posts on our page.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys.
What's that?
I'm glad too because I didn't need to take up this.